motherfucking pink filter. It's gonna be the death of me, I swear to God. It's not even that pink! It's like if pink and beige had a baby. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, the place where I do a crap ton of different things from movie reviews, TV show reviews, game shows, hauls, unboxings, reactions to really bad movies, and occasionally I make cocktails inspired by movies, which I haven't done in a while, and I promise I will be doing soon once I go buy ingredients. Today, out of that list of things that I do, I am doing a movie review, and I am doing that movie review while I am fucking the shade of pink. This is getting ridiculous. And yet my cameras are like, we're just gonna make you completely pink. Fuck you. Anyway, so I am really excited to be reviewing this film. Nobody I know has watched and reviewed this one yet. It's not a big blockbuster. I don't know if it's even getting, I don't even think it's going to be released in movies. I think it's maybe a straight to DVD or straight to streaming type thing. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, as soon as I saw who was involved in this film, and I mean acting and directing, I was like, I am there. I immediately watched this film and I had such a blast. So I'm happy that I've done my written review and now I get to do my video review and I get to talk about Avengement. Avengement is a 2019 UK action crime film directed by Jesse V. Johnson and written by Johnson and Stu Small. It sees a lowly criminal while on a prison furlough evade his guards and return to his old stomping ground to take revenge on the people who've turned him into a cold-blooded killer. Jesse V. Johnson and Scott Adkins are truly the dynamic duo. For me, they're as synonymous as DiCaprio and Scorsese. I was a massive fan of the film they did together last year, Accident Man, and could not rave about it enough. So when I learned they had collaborated on another film, I instantly had to give this a watch, and as predicted, it did not disappoint. Avengement is an action film filled to the brim with non-stop gratuitous violence, and I loved every second of it. I've come to realize someone who has spent so many years doing stunts and stunt coordinating on various films, most of which I'm a fan of, is the ideal person to film an action movie. Johnson knows precisely how best to capture the action and stunts to truly make them shine and have your eyes glued to the screen. I'm still trying to detach mine as we speak. I love how Johnson slows down and speeds up the frame in the middle of a stunt. It's indescribably pleasing to watch if you're an action fan. Recently I saw John Wick 3 and I felt that film was wonderfully saturated in fight scenes, but compared to Avengement, I think John Wick is quite tasteful and tame. One of the significant differences being that John Wick displays very little blood, so deaths and kills are not too inappropriate. Avengement, on the other hand, will happily blast a man's shin bone to smithereens and display the appropriate amount of blood expected to come from such an injury. Several scenes had me cringing and gasping, and yet I could not get enough. What makes this film so appealing aside from the action is that there is a real storyline, and despite our lead's many indiscretions, he continues to be a character you sympathize with and root for because at the end of the day, at his core he is a good person but has simply been supremely screwed over. Scott Adkins plays Kane Burgess, a hot-headed guy who has simple aspirations in life. His brother Lincoln, played by Craig Fairbrass, on the other hand, is a big-time criminal, and it's thanks to this Kane finds himself in big trouble. A simple job results in manslaughter charges, and despite having no criminal record to his name, Kane is placed in the worst prison around, full of the scum of the earth. When they say prison changes a man, I don't think this is what the system was intending. Kane spends the next 7 years fighting for his life daily as time and time again the inmates band together to try to kill him for reasons not made clear until much later on. Already a strong fighter, Kane survives knife wounds, assaults, and homemade napalm attacks while building his mental endurance with only one goal in mind: get revenge on the people who put him in jail and tried to have him killed, and avenge all the people his brother has hurt. Kane has been set up, betrayed, nearly murdered several times, and while all he is doing is trying to protect himself, the system keeps seeing him as the bad guy. As you watch the story unfold, it is impossible not to have compassion for the character. The moment that best depicts Kane's kind heart, aside from the events that unfold at the end of the film, is during one particular scene when Kane's mother visits him in prison. As Kane is about to reveal to his mother the truth about her supposed precious can-do-no-wrong son Lincoln, she explains that she has cancer and will soon begin treatment. Kane, who loves and cares for his mother more than anything in the world, chooses not to tell her the truth and keep it to himself, not wanting to cause her any more pain and heartache while she begins a fight for her life. It takes a good man to make that decision. As I have said, this film is packed full of action and violence, which I am not complaining about, but it's not senseless. There is a point to all of this, and there is motivation and even evolution to Kane's character, which is excellent. Scott Adkins does a terrific job, not only with the fight scenes, which he is very skilled at, but in portraying his character's shift from mild-mannered hothead to murdering criminal on the path of his brand of justice. What makes it all the better is that while aspects of the character change due to the events that conspire around him and all that he endures, at his core he remains the same person, and I truly love that. I had an absolute blast with this film. I was engaged from start to finish and couldn't get enough. Our lead character is fantastic, our lead actor is excellent, and the stunts and fight scenes are fantastically brutal. It's everything you could want, and to top it all off is accompanied by a wonderful composition by Sean Murray. I love Johnson, I love Adkins, and together I am a delighted movie lover. I honestly can't recommend this film enough. Avengement is just further proving to me that it's the kind of independent-ish, like non-cinema type films that are really doing it for me this year. Let's see. I've had extracurricular activities, something romantic, I can't remember the Rebel Wilson film that with the title I've already forgotten, but nevertheless that one. And Avengement, you know, these films were not really promoted, highly advertised. The Rebel Wilson one, I think, had a couple of screenings, I'm not sure, but that one was released on Netflix. Extracurricular activities is only kind of just starting to be talked about from certain people. I've only heard certain people, who am I kidding? I've only seen one other person talk about it, which is a shame because that movie is awesome. I've seen nobody else talking about Avengement, which is a shame because I just watched it and this movie is awesome. So 2019 is definitely the year of independent or under the radar films, and I'm kind of really keeping my, ears to the ground, looking out for those type of films because I'm finding them to be really coming for the big Hollywood blockbusters. Like, you go guys. I know that Johnson and Adkins have done another film this year which was called Triple Threat. I have it. I am going to watch that one next. Hopefully I really enjoy it because then it would be like 3 Johnson Adkins films in a row that I loved, and I don't know why that's important, but it would just make me really happy. Anyway, yes, find Avengement if you love action movies, if you love gratuitous violence like I do. Go and watch it. It is awesome. Or if you're an Adkins fan, I just learned, fellow reviewer, he loves Scott Adkins, so he's definitely going to check this out. So, nevertheless, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you will be alerted of future videos. And please, by all means, if you would like to show support for my channel, you can check out my Patreon. The link is in the description and attached to my main channel page. But that is it for today. Time to thank my patrons, and until next time, bye!